In the YouTube algorithm, the people are represented by three separate yet equally important groups: the one that creates, the one that views, and the one that just can't help but react. Under Title 17, I am a member of an elite squad, also known as the Special Viewers Unit. These are the stories.
Hey guys, so I'm going to attempt to make homemade naan. This is my first time. I used a recipe from social media, but the person forgot to mention that you need to add some water, so I had to go back and add water to this recipe as well. I used maybe a quarter cup of water or so, so you're not going to see me adding it in this part of the video, but I added after, and I had to add a bit more flour because it made the dough wet, so I kind of messed up on the dough a bit. The naan still turns out very tasty, but yeah. This is what the dough looked like without any water. I added a bit more yogurt, and I was wondering if I did something wrong, but it looks kind of like a biscuit dough. Alright, I'm going to cover it with foil and let it rise for about half an hour. So, today I'm going to be attempting to make butter chicken, and an easy way, actually. Alright, so let's get started. So basically, I'm using a, this is a jar of sauce, okay. Smells pretty good. Alright, so I'm just going to add the whole jar, I guess. I'm going to fry the chicken first. Alright, so for this recipe, I'm going to use some ghee, clarified butter. I have my little mini fan going here. So I'm going to put that on medium. Do you hear noises? It's my fan. Oh yeah. A little more. Did they put butter in here? No, so I'm gonna have to add some butter at the end. Oh well, because that's what butter chicken's about, right? Butter. I think I'm gonna add a little bit more tomato. Yes. Has ground onion and garlic, so yeah. Has tomato puree, but you know, a little bit more. It doesn't look as red as I want it to. So we're gonna fry up some tomato paste. Stay hydrated during the cooking process. That's a lot of ghee. But we're gonna fry the chicken nice, so put a little bit of salt and pepper on that actually. You can add to this jar of spice. It's just because I don't feel like buying a million spices, although I guess I would have them, but for some reason the amount of spices used in this dish, a little bit of turmeric, it's a little bit daunting for me, but you have like whole cardamom pods, fenugreek. I don't even think I could find fenugreek. Maybe at an Indian store. I'm just frying this tomato paste a bit. Okay, I'm going to add the chicken. Smells good. There's a lot of ways to make butter chicken, okay? So, who's going to win? Slotted spoon or solid spoon? Pour done. The more I cook, the less I have the desire, honestly, to order out. And I think that's because I realize I can make tasty meals. I have confidence in myself now, you know. Sometimes I follow recipes, I usually improvise with them a bit. Sometimes I just make my own thing, you know. I've had butter chicken with small chunks, I've had butter chicken with big chunks. It depends how you like your chunks. So did you guys have a wonderful Halloween? I tried to stay up, watch a movie, fell asleep. A few more minutes and this will be done, and then I'll add the sauce. I'm going to start the rice. I'm using basmati, and I'm going to put some cloves in it, not cloves. Alright, so now I'm going to add the paste. It's like a 1 per use, you know. I might not have to add butter because there's so much ghee. Letting that come up to temp again, I had to reduce it a bit because I had to tend to something. It does smell nice. We're gonna let those flavors bloom a bit with the ghee and the chicken. The chicken will finish simmering in the sauce. It smells good. Alright, now I have to add some yogurt. See if a tablespoon will do. Yeah, that should do. and some heavy cooking cream. And I'm going to add a little bit of water. But I think I'm going to cover it with foil and reduce the heat. So that the chicken, washing the stove, many splattery bits. From the tomato heat. My dish sponge is all turmeric-y. I'm checking this dough. It really hasn't risen much. Maybe a little. It's very dense. I'm going to try to make something with it anyway. We'll see. Put a little bit of olive oil. Any more flour, because the dough is very wet. Now I've been using instant dry yeast, which I thought meant I don't have to activate it first, you know? So I'm hoping that's true. And just need that about a little bit more. When I was in that volunteer program, we used to have to make bread every day, 12 loaves. So that's why some people worked. And when it was your turn to be the housekeeper, you just made bread and cooked. That's a full-time job. When you're doing it for 12 people, especially. You know, it's still sticky. I'm full of flour, I know. You know, make Naan-shaped breads here. I don't have a rolling pin, so I just kind of stretch it out and hope for the best. You live, you learn, right? Gonna let that cook for a little longer. And I'll be right back. Oh! There's a fly flying around my kitchen. He might annoy you in the camera. Let's call him Cecil. We have some butter. I am gonna put a little bit of butter. Who's the wonderful girl? I have that in my head all day. I can't stand these TikTok songs. Yummy, yummy, yummy. I got butter chicken in my tummy. Go away, fly. I'm gonna cut some cilantro. You know, I get it now. The more floury, the more light it's gonna be, I think. My dough is heavy. I think I put too much yogurt. Because I kept adding yogurt because like I was expecting a wet consistency. Meanwhile, I had to add water. I mess up on recipes too, so. They're thick as heck. I'm gonna take a stick of butter and just, because this is gonna be a butter naan, and rub it on them. Lots of butter on this butter naan. Yeah, it earned its name. There. There's a close-up, guys. Butter chicken. And my thick, thick naan bread. It is thick in the middle, but there you have it. Let me give him his meal first. Oh, babe! Oh, that sauce is good. Wow. Hi guys, hi guys, hi. So I have a lot to talk about. I don't feel like it because I just don't. I'm tired. I'm just like sleepy, that's all. I have chicken burgers and all I had to drink was like Coke or Sprite, so not much choice there. I have fries, but there's like a random waffle fry in my fries. So bismillah. This meal deal came with 2 of their original chicken sandwiches. You have butchers over there. I 1,000,000% did not feel like cooking. I'm just like energyless. So yesterday I did a live stream talking about my feelings, opening up a bit, which I haven't done in a while. And today I'm feeling a bit different. I think I was having a bout of homesickness, which does happen sometimes. I just never really talk about it. When it comes down to everything, like when I consider everything, the situation, yes, I'm from Canada, born and raised there. And I know a lot of people from there. My audience is from Canada, US, Europe, the Western world, Australia. And a lot of you can't fathom how I could be happy here as a Muslim. And I explained some things that I missed, certain freedoms. Miss my family. But overall, for me, home is where my heart is. My heart is with Salah. I love him a lot. He loves me. I'm being sincere that I'm not miserable here, you know. I'm the type of person that if I was, I would just go back, like, you know, easily. Well, not easily, but easy enough. I know he's always said, if you ever really need to go back and see your family, I'll book you a flight. And I know people think, oh, well, he can't do that. He can't financially support you. I don't know why people think that. That's just your prejudice. I have that knowledge and security that I can go. It's not that I'm stuck here, you know. I do, like, I was assessing my situation because sometimes I'm very conflicted with what I really want. I doubt myself. I have insecurities that I talked about in my live stream. And even now, I don't even really know what I'm talking about. But basically, when I weigh everything, and that's why I'm tired, I stayed awake thinking about these things. When I weigh everything, sorry, needed mayonnaise. Oh. I have a bobo. Thought I would let you know that. Whenever I consider everything, I am happier overall here than I was in Canada. And it's so strange for me to hear people say, you were happier in Canada. Which makes me realize, like, people really don't know how I was feeling internally. You know, maybe I didn't express that. I'm not feeling the greatest because I'm not, you know, doing much to improve my situation health-wise. And that you can't escape from. But people don't seem to remember how people think I'm more unhealthy and eat more here. That's not true. My highest weight was in Canada. I was 402 pounds at the hospital. My blood sugar was 17. It's now like 6. The last time I weighed myself here, I wasn't 400. You know, maybe 370. It's been averaging out. I was in the ER all the time. Blood clots. Oh. I wasn't healthier. I miss driving, but that I can deal with. I have a chauffeur. Most of the time, I isolate myself with my mental illness. And a lot of the time, I don't want to go anywhere. So we didn't break up. We're not getting a divorce. I was just thinking of going back to Canada temporarily for a visit to get rid of that homesickness feeling, but I really think I would be more homesick for here if I went there. The more I'm here, the more this starts to feel like home. And again, when I was in Thailand, I felt at home because I was with Salah, you know. Like moving, like completely moving to another country, you know, it's kind of a big culture shock sometimes. But that over time has gotten pretty, it's become pretty normal. But I mean, yeah, of course, sometimes I miss some of the comforts I had in Canada, but a lot of those things were not healthy for me, you know. I should be able to function normally and happily without being high, like, you know. And addiction is very big for me, and I think a part of me doesn't want to go back to Canada for that reason. I don't want to fall back into addictions that I don't have access to here. You know, drugs, alcohol, ordering 3-4 times a day. I don't know, like just whenever I want, you know, just being very frivolous and not good with money. I just don't trust myself right now. And believe it or not, Salah really, he's very active in trying to make a really good future for us as well. So I'm learning a lot from him that way, having to be more frugal, because we're not rich, but we're not poor. We're not, you know, we're doing well, but we're not rich. And, you know, alhamdulillah, I'm grateful for everything I have. And I know people were like, your channel will do so much better in Canada. Well, I'm not going to do anything like that just for money, you know. That's just so inauthentic, and just money is just not a good reason to do things that you have in your heart that you want to do, you know, or to not do them because of money. My heart is with Salah. We're very much in love and married, despite what people think. I mean, I don't know where people believe all these weird theories that people come up with about us when there's zero proof, you know, but it's none of it's true. And we love each other, and I hopefully can spend the rest of my life with him. And I just think the Middle East is the best right now for me, like, to recover from addiction, to recover financially. No matter where I am, I can have access to certain things. The healthcare is pretty good here. It's actually really good. Like, anytime I've used it, it's been very decent, and it's very affordable. It's very affordable for expats. Anyway, that's that. I don't know what else to say. Maybe I'll be able to better articulate it when I'm less tired. I was up all night until about noon, and I just felt gross and, like, tired, and just tired of thinking, you know. I saw my cat coming beside me and cuddling up to me, and then Salah, watching him sleep, and I was like, I can't leave my family, you know, even for a bit. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes being very, very far from your homeland is weird too, you know? So I just have these mixed feeling moments, and I think they're normal. I think it's normal for anyone to go through that in my situation. And a lot of you have left comments that you've been in that situation, or it's normal, and, you know, you understand. A lot of people were saying it's obvious you're not happy. I don't know how it's obvious. I mean, if you compare my time in Canada, I was crying all the time. Here, I've maybe cried once, you know. Can't be happy all the time anywhere in the world, you know. But if you look at quality of life, yeah, I would say it's better here for sure. I'm not shut in all the time. I can go out whenever I want. I just have to ask Salah. I choose to isolate sometimes because my mental health is not good. And anyone can look up, you know, symptoms of depression, mental illness. That's normal. But we do go out. I just don't always film because it's... Sometimes you just want to do things without worrying about what to film, what angle, you know, all those kind of things. So, and depending if you go somewhere busy, like, I haven't been feeling it. But I will get back to it because I do like doing vlogs, but sometimes I just don't feel it, you know, especially lately. It's also hard to, like, talk about a lot of my feelings surrounding things in my life I can't talk to you about, like, not bad things, just personal life things that I want to keep secret, and I think that's actually very beneficial for me. I've said that a million times, you know. But I want to thank everyone for being there and listening to me. It just made me realize, like, with the amount of people, there's a lot of people that were there just, like, for drama and, like, already trying to, like, skew what I'm saying and make assumptions about how I'm feeling. And there's a lot of people that were there for support and love, and that means a lot to me. Like, I think people think, well, you shouldn't be talking on the internet. No, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, in my opinion, talking to people who care about you. You know, like, whatever. Not sure what I'm gonna do, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be just staying put and doing something else. I don't know. Canada for the holidays. I don't celebrate Christmas anymore, and I hate the snow and the winter, so I don't know. You guys will find out eventually what I end up doing, where I end up going, if anywhere. But we're not getting a divorce. We're not splitting up, and that's for sure. That was never a case. You know, I don't know how people confuse just having a bit of homesickness and my insecurities in the relationship to us getting a divorce. But I guess people have wishful thinking. I don't know why people would wish that for their own entertainment. It's kind of odd, but it is what it is, I guess. Anyway, guys, thanks for listening to me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Hello guys! Today I have a very special meal, one of my favorites ever. I'm gonna keep this on, but down here a little bit.
My meatloaf.
First time in Kuwait. Cheesy potatoes au gratin. They're kind of like a scallop potatoes, but instead, I'll tell you in a minute. Salad and homemade cheesecake with Biscoff crust. With homemade strawberry sauce. Okay, so this meal from scratch. Even the bread in my meatloaf is from scratch. I made some baguettes for breakfast today, and I used the leftovers with some milk in my meatloaf, and I'm going to tell you how I made everything because I didn't film everything because it was really hot in there. Okay, let's have some salata. So let's start with the salad. This is just romaine, black olives, tomatoes, and cucumber, and the dressing is a little bit of vinegar, a little bit of lime juice, some olive oil, pomegranate molasses, and a little bit of honey, salt, and pepper. These potatoes here, so tender. I made a cheese sauce with milk, like full fat milk. I made a roux first with butter and flour, about 2 tablespoons of each, some milk, and I let that become thick. Added some sharp cheddar, poured it over the potatoes and onions, and let it bake. Let's see. Oh, those are dangerous. Then for the meatloaf here, I take a pound of ground meat, beef. I soaked some of my leftover baguette in milk. I added that in, 1 egg. I blended up in the food processor, 1 green pepper, 1 red onion, some ketchup, salt, pepper, maybe onion, garlic powder. And then I put the glaze of ketchup on top. And that's it. That's all she wrote, folks. Now the cheesecake, bought 2 packages of about 200 grams each. Biscoff cookies, Lotus cookies, and I used my food processor to make the crumb. I added a bunch of butter, like melted butter, maybe 9 tablespoons, and some brown sugar. Pressed it in a pan, froze it, made the mix, which is sour cream, icing sugar, 2 containers of Philadelphia cream cheese, a little bit of lemon juice. Oh, and I put a little salt in the crust. And you just blend it. I didn't even use a blender. I just mixed it by hand till it was smooth. Strawberries is just strawberries and sugar, which makes like a syrup. And if you let it in the fridge overnight, it thickens into like a syrup. Don't have to use cornstarch. I don't have any, so. My dressing is so nice. I hope Salah likes it. I'll let you guys know. I'm feeling a lot better today. I had a very nice day. Woke up after Fajr, which is the first prayer of the day. Pretty early in the morning. I started making homemade bread for the breakfast. I made the cheesecake last night. So I woke up and then made us breakfast. My homemade breads and scrambled eggs, chicken sausages, labna, sliced tomatoes, some orange juice. Cleaned all that mess up. Made Howie his salad, which I did record. I'm just waiting for my vlog to have enough footage from my vlog to, you know, add it in there. I'm gonna slow down. Too good. But I'm doing a lot better. I think I was just being vulnerable the other night and just opening up and having a low moment. Homesickness. I do feel like this is my home. It is. You know, with my pets, my husband, and we have friends and family here who love us. And yes, me too. They're aware of my past, but as long as I continue to try to do better, a past is just a past. Nobody can fault you for that. We all have one. And I know there's people who don't believe that, think I'm miserable. People are waiting for that, for me to be miserable, which is weird. But I can't control how people think. But you don't have to understand it. It's my journey, you know what I mean? Nobody can really understand how I feel except for me. Like, I'm feeling it. By the way, I don't have makeup on because I made a huge dinner. Homemade cheesecake, homemade bread, meatloaf, potatoes. I'm not putting makeup on, okay? We've become so accustomed to filters and makeup to high heavens that we don't even really know what our natural beauty, like, appreciate our natural beauty anymore.
That we don't even really know what our natural beauty is. Like,
I'm like that too. I have to work on that, but I can't stand not having eye makeup on. It's, you know. Come on, Van. Do your job.
Hi, babe.
Hey, babe.
You enjoy your food?
Yeah, but the real question is, did you?
this food level, I would say better than Cheesecake Factory.
No
I
way!
swear to God.
You really like the meatloaf?
100% yes.
Thanks, babe.
Welcome.
You hear that, Cheesecake Factory? Better watch out. My meatloaf is something else. I don't want to toot my own horn, but everyone is good at cooking something, okay? If you can't cook, don't be hard on yourself. Like, look at me, I can cook, and I just don't. I just didn't for a long time. And I never appreciated how better homemade food is. I used to dog on my mom's meatloaf, as a kid, especially. But hers was bomb, too. But she used saltine crackers and put cheese on top, cheese slice. She didn't always make, like, she did cook almost every day. Pretty much, we never ate out much. I don't think we could afford to. My mom was like, I told you this, but a single mom for many years. And she went through college, worked. Even in high school, though, I would come home and supper. So there would be something to eat. I love my Smee. All right, check this cheesecake, better than Cheesecake Factory. The lotus, have you ever had a lotus cookie? Velvety, creamy, beauty bite. I do that because it's so good. That all noise must stop and appreciate. I fell in love with no-bake cheesecake when I was working at a women's shelter in Mattawa, Ontario. We had a cookbook there, and I always wanted to make the best dishes because I would be cooking, okay, and doing groceries and playing Yahtzee. And actually, that's not all I did. I also sorted the clothing for the donations. I sometimes looked after the daycare. I wrote an article for the newspaper talking about my work there. I volunteer worked. The satisfaction on the faces of the women residing at the shelter. Now, the shelter was for women who were like escaping an abusive relationship. It was a very safe place for them. Even the door at the place had no. I'm sorry, I'm getting so emotional because when I remember them, how sweet they were, and they didn't deserve any of what they were going through in life. So, just to be able to put like a little smile on their face by making them like gourmet food, like literally gourmet. I would take out this cookbook. Even the counselor, because they had counselors working there, and then they had me a volunteer. They were like, the girl was like, my gosh, they're lucky having you cooking for them. I don't eat pork anymore, but I remember making this pork roast with like, oh my gosh, the sauce was like an apple, homemade apple. I don't know, it baked for hours, and the whole smell and the whole when you're cooking something with love, it just smelled up the whole shelter and just like made the ambiance just so comforting. And there was a recipe for a no-bake cheesecake, and I made it, and oh my gosh, I was blown away. It had graham cracker crust though, but very wonderful women. One woman would just watch, she would crochet and just watch Days of Our Lives. No, one woman watched Days of Our Lives. This one woman who crocheted would watch Passion. You are my passion for life. I'm just so like appreciative these days of, I don't talk about my religious journey. I am thinking of doing more videos about that, but I just wanted to learn more about it myself before I start making videos. But I mean, I'm a beginner, but I remember that one lesson, if being appreciative of everything you have, this piece of cheesecake, this roof over my head. I don't have riches, I don't have a lot of jewelry, my beautiful ring, Arabian gold ring, but I don't have much else to show. I have my husband, my pets, we have a car, apartment. We have a very modest life in a lot of ways, and that's good enough for me. I don't really care about having Chanel bags and material things. To me, that's not wealth. To me, I don't want a Chanel bag. Like, even if I had, I mean, we probably could like buy one, but that would not be wise. I don't think that it's something I would even want if I could buy one without it affecting me. Like, if I was rich, I just wouldn't. I wouldn't want it. If that's what makes you happy in life, I'm not going to dog that. That's totally your life. But me personally, because I've seen comments of people being like, you're 40, you don't have anything. But that's where you're wrong, because not all wealth is material. I am very, very happy with what I have and grateful. So yeah, I just want to emphasize that because it could help. I emphasize that not to convince myself or other people. I say that actually to convince other people.
I say that actually to convince other people.
Like, a lot of people are down and depressed right now and feeling like they can't go on in life because they don't have enough material possessions. You have a lot more than you realize. Just look for it. I love Stella trying all these new foods. I said meatloaf and scalloped potatoes are, you know, a very popular dish in Canada. So yeah, so I don't know what I'm going to cook next, but I'm sure I'll think of something. I don't know. We'll see.
So because Chantal loves the camels, I decided to take her out to the desert today.
There is something I find so relaxing about the desert. Maybe it's the all-encompassing quietness, or the vast open and mostly empty landscape. I love coming here, time and time again. The sky is gorgeous today. One thing is for sure, I definitely get a dopamine boost when I interact with the desert's gentle giants, the dromedary. And that's why I'm here today.
Say what now?
Oh, so cute.
I love having hugs. Hey?
Yeah, gorgeous.
Girl?
She love you.
They're so big. Wow.
They're like dinosaurs. Right?
Yes. Oh.
It's a warm hug.
I'm the camel whisperer, I swear.
How they love you, babe?
I don't know. I've never seen this before.
Yeah, that's amazing. They like to dig their face in the sand, you know?
Yeah, I guess.
But the camels, no.
No, I mean, I've never seen one do this. She loves this being pet. Oh, you're the sweetest. You're the sweetest camel. Hey, what are you doing?
Maybe sick or something?
Oh, she was fine. What are you doing? Did you like that?
Oh. What the heck? Hello.
This camel loves me. You like me? Do you like me? Huh? Oh, look at this one. Hi.
Oh, he go outside. Oh. Okay, guys, this camel broke the rules.
Yeah.
He go outside.
He's easy.
Yeah, without permission.
Oh. Are you back for more? Are you back for more? This one loves me.
I know.
Oh. Oh.
Aww.
How are they doing this?
Because they love you.
Why? What? Babe?
Hi.
Hi.
You enjoying hugging the camel?
Yes. I never thought they would be like this.
It's priceless.
Do you like me? Do you like me?
She gonna miss you, baby.
Okay. I gotta go now.
Well, she's like, no, no, no. Look at the teeth. You look like someone familiar. It's time to say goodbye, buddy.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. I'm looking in these holes, but I'm not sure what.
Okay. Let's see. Maybe there's a snaky snake.
Probably. On our way out of the desert, we stopped at a desert caravan where you can buy anything from soccer balls to water, and we did buy a big cold water. So